Hello everyone, welcome to the class. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator. Going to analyze the Hindu newspaper for 15th June 2020. आप सभी का स्वागत है अर्पिता शर्मा क्लासेस में. मैं हूँ अर्पिता शर्मा, आप सभी की एजुकेटर. और आज हम 15th जून 2020 का द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर एनालाइज करने जा रहे हैं. So the class PDFs are uploaded on my Telegram channel Simplifying UPSC with Ease, right? And the link is given below in the description box. अगर आपको लिंक पे क्लिक करके नहीं क्लास चैनल मिलता है टेलीग्राम पे तो आप सिंपली टाइप कर सकते हो नाम, राइट? इफ यू are clicking on the link and still you are not getting redirected towards our channel, so what you can do is you can simply on Telegram app in the search option write Simplifying UPSC with Ease and you will get our channel, right? So all the class notes, resources, PDFs are uploaded there. Okay, you can join Unacademy's UPSC Current Affairs YouTube channel wherein I am taking the daily MCQ quiz, right? Daily current affair based at 10 o'clock at night. I take the classes over there. Half an hour की class होती है वहाँ पर, right? तो आप इस channel को भी subscribe कर सकते हो daily mock test के लिए, and you can subscribe my channel as well for daily Hindu news analysis, important international organizations, daily MCQs and polity classes, right? Also, you can subscribe to Unacademy Plus wherein I am taking crash course on current affairs through MCQs and also NCERT crash course of Pol Science. 11th 12th की NCERT जो है ना उसका crash course मैं ले रही हूँ Pol Science NCERT का. तो आप शर्मा 20 कोड यूज करके 10% डिस्काउंट ले सकते हैं Unacademy Plus पर. ठीक है, क्लियर? So let's start with the class. Now, the first topic is in the pandemic, the disabled remain an invisible minority. So, the news is related to your social issues, GS paper 1. So, this news highlights the challenge which India is facing right now. The pandemic of coronavirus has various impacts for people with disabilities as well. It is not just it's not just challenging the health infrastructure or not just challenging the food security, the infrastructure, the migrants, the labor force, etc. It is also a big challenge for people with disabilities right now. ये सिर्फ एक तमगे को नहीं अफेक्ट कर रहा, एक हेल्थ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हो गया या फिर आपके माइग्रेंट्स हो गए या लेबर कोर्स हो गए या फूड सिक्योरिटी हो गई. ये जो पैंडेमिक, ये जो महामारी अभी आई है, ये आपके डिसेबल्ड जो लोग हैं, सेक्टर है, उसको भी अफेक्ट कर रहा है. Lack of employment opportunities. According to a report which was released by National Center for Promotion of Employment for Disabled Persons, over 73% of people with disabilities were surveyed and they face serious difficulties in employment opportunities because of this lockdown right now. So you have to remember the percentage, 73% people, right? It's a huge number, right? And this is declared by the report of National Center for Promotion of Employment for Disabled Persons. Now, medical needs. People with disabilities have pre-existing medical conditions like MRSA, which is an infection, or they have compromised spinal cords, which make them more susceptible to the virus infection. So their needs are also being neglected in accessibility to healthcare because of this lockdown. Lack of accessibility in the quarantine centers for differently abled person, right? Lack of facilities, lack of perfect infrastructure to handle the needs of differently abled people. All these issues are also coming up. Now, आपको इसको negatively नहीं देखना. Never look at this situation negatively. Why am I saying that? See, whatever flaws we are coming across right now in this pandemic, this is an opportunity to the government and for all of us to ponder about on the fact that what needs to be done right now, right? Instead of criticizing what is, we should think about what should be done now, right? How can we improve this? If we are looking at the flaws, this is an opportunity to work upon them so that in future no such flaws can be अगेन रिपीटेड, राइट? कुछ क्या नहीं है उस पर फोकस करने के बजाय अगर हम ये सोचे कि जो नहीं है उसको कैसे पूरा किया जा सके, जो गलतियां हैं, जो कमियां हैं, उसको कैसे भरा जा सके, उनको कैसे सॉल्व किया जा सके, वो होगी एक ऑप्टिमिस्टिक अप्रोच. और एज एन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर हमारी अप्रोच हमेशा ऑप्टिमिस्टिक होनी चाहिए. ठीक है? Now what are the negligence? Now the challenges which are faced by differently abled people, they point out to a larger problem of invisibilization of struggles of persons with disability. That means the people who are disabled, right? The current structure of the economy, the current structure of our country, governance, they are, making them feel as if they are invisible, right? We have to look into this flaw now. अब हमें इस कमी को पूरा करना है कि हम डिसेबल पीपल को ये फील होता है कि वो इनविजिबल है गवर्नमेंट की नजरों में, राइट, सिटीजन्स की नजरों में। हमें उस कमी को हटाना है, हमें उन्हें ये महसूस कराना है कि आप सबकी नजरों में हो, आपकी केयर करना हमारा कर्तव्य है। तो जितने भी डीएम हो गए, एसडीएम हो गए, गवर्नमेंट अथॉरिटीज हो गई, डिपार्टमेंट्स हो गए, अब उनको इन लोगों को इंक्लूसिवनेस अप्रोच के तहत डील करना पड़ेगा, राइट? पॉलिसीज बीइंग फ्रेम्ड सीम टू बी वेरी ऑब्लिवियस टू द नीड्स ऑफ स्पेशली एबल्ड इंडिविजुअल्स and the increasing insistence on online education seems to be ignorant of the special needs of children with visual disorders. Now we are thanking the digitalization, that online education, right, is progressing in our nation, right? If we are not attending face to face class, no issues, we can attend the online classes. But what about those people, those children who have visual disorders or hearing disorders, right? So there is lack of inclusiveness. Social distancing is not possible for those with disabilities. Somebody is needed to carry them around, somebody is needed to take care of them. How can they practice social distancing, right? Clear? So these are the issues. So what can be the way forward? Immediate action needs to be taken with enhanced support for the vulnerable class of people. Policy makers now have to focus on disability, right? Clear? And the health ministries, the home and information broadcasting ministries, they have to work on the needs of the disabled people as well. Next important news, ICMR study plots mid-November peak. Now, study has been conducted by researchers from an operations research group which has been formed by ICMR. It has noted that lockdown shifted the peak stage of COVID-19 in India by an estimated 34 days to 76 days, which helped us to bring down the number of infections by between 69% to 97%. And it allowed time to increase up the resource and health infrastructure, which is true in some sense, right? Because of the lockdown, we were able to procure more beds, we were able to deal with the loopholes in the health infrastructure. But now, peak stage, the topmost stage of COVID-19 may arrive in around mid-November, right? When a paucity of isolation and ICU beds and ventilators can arise again. So ICMR studies are also saying that mid-November the peak is again going to increase in COVID-19. So basically it's a warning beforehand so that we can work upon this lackness in the health infrastructure till mid-November. Next important news, MSME wait for work as demand slumps post lockdown. Slumps means it is going down. So now it is highlighting the challenges which are faced by the MSMEs during the COVID-19 pandemic. MSMEs किस तरीके की महामारी को फेस कर रहे हैं, ये उसके ऊपर आर्टिकल है. So there is a decrement in demand. Despite the resumption of production in MSMEs, there is little business. Demand has decreased by large margins. There is unemployment. Plus, because of the increasing number of COVID cases, right, and the uncertainties, it seems possible that it may take months before the ground situation improves. So there has been a severe financial blow to the MSMEs. Financial condition अभी भी बहुत डगमगा रही है, unemployment बहुत ज़्यादा है, and government के efforts के बावजूद भी अभी effort जो है वो inadequate है. MSMEs को ज़्यादा खास कुछ फायदा नहीं हुआ है. Now this editorial is very important for today. The need for an anti-discrimination law. In the backdrop of ongoing anti-racism protest in US, the author of the editorial analyzes the challenges in India. Now, the author says that even after more than 70 years of independence, Indian society remains rife with structural discrimination and prejudice. Now, one such discrimination we have studied in the first article itself, that is related to disability, disabled sections of the society, right? ये तो हमने देख ही लिया. One such discrimination. Now there are other discriminations also which still now exist, like caste-based discrimination, class-based discrimination, gender, religion-based discrimination in India, right? So basically right now the discrimination in direct or indirect forms which are still prevalent in India, they can go against India's constitutional vision of equality. हमारा जो constitutional vision है ना equality का, उसके खिलाफ ये discrimination जा सकती है, right? क्लियर। सो जो यूएस में इशू चल रहा है ना, हो सकता है वो एंटी रेसिज्म से अब एंटी क्लास बेस्ड डिस्क्रिमिनेशन, जेंडर बेस्ड डिस्क्रिमिनेशन होते होते ये और कंट्रीज में ट्रैवल करे और इंडिया तक इसकी आवाज गूंजे, राइट। डिस्क्रिमिनेशन इन द प्राइवेट रेल्म, व्हाइल देयर आर एम्पल प्रोविजंस टू अवॉइड डिस्क्रिमिनेशन बाय द स्टेट, still the anti barriers to goods like housing, school, employment, they can create friction in the realm of private contracts, right? Because in the private area in our country, right, in the private world, in the private corporations, still there is a possibility of inequality in treatment. Civil liberties are just as capable of being threatened by acts of private individuals. For example, when the person refuses to lease his or her property to another based on फेथ, बेस्ड ऑन रिलीजन, क्या होता है कि अगर कोई मुस्लिम है तो हम उसको अपनी प्रॉपर्टी किराए पे नहीं देते, राइट? क्यों? क्योंकि वो मुस्लिम है। ऐसा एग्जिस्ट करता है अभी भी, दिस एग्जिस्ट राइट नाउ ऑल्सो, राइट? Next, counter arguments against equality. Now, Article 15, subsection 2, if you will say, it stipulates that citizens shall not, on grounds only of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth, be denied access to shops, public restaurant, hotels, place of public entertainment. This is said by Article 15, subsection 2. You have to remember this for prelims, okay? आपको बाय द वे याद रखना है प्रीलिम्स के लिए, भूल मत जाना. दिस प्रोविजन इंटेंड्स टू प्लेस रिस्ट्रिक्शन ऑन एनी इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी व्हिच sought to exclude specific groups. Such things should not be done. Clear? Now, despite constitutional provisions against inequality in the realm of private contract, it has been observed that when case of discrimination is brought before the judiciary, the party that discriminates, it claims that he or she possesses a liberty to do so. Right? जब भी ऐसे केसेस कोर्ट के सामने आते हैं तो पता है जो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन करता है वो क्या बोलता है? भाई हमारे पास लिबर्टी है, हम नहीं चाहते हमारी प्रॉपर्टी पे ये इंसान रहे. We have the freedom to do so. We are free to act according to our sense of conscience. So the argument often put forward is rights of persons to associate with others. Now it often, to the exclusion of certain groups, this right is practiced. So in Supreme Court in 2005 in Zoroastrian Cooperative Housing Society versus District Registered Cooperative Society and others, it had ruled in favor of a bylaw of a Parsi housing society that prohibited sale of property to non-Parsis. And the court held that right to forbid such sale was intrinsic in the Parsis' fundamental right to associate with each other. Right? Again, this is a sign of discrimination, right? Plus, right now there is a lack of legislation. India is a unique country among democracies because constitutional right to equality is not supported by comprehensive legislation. Just a right has been given, but there is nothing to support it. In South Africa, for example, constitutional guarantee is augmented, right, which prohibits unfair discrimination not just by the government but also by private organization. So what we need to do right now is, first of all, we should not accept discrimination of any kind, right? Plus there is a need for suitable legislation, suitable law to protect this, right, under Article 15. Plus again we need to address the culture of discrimination right now. Clear? Next important news, no longer special. So India and Nepal bilateral relations which are going downhill have been highlighted in this particular editorial. The Nepal government's decision to pass the constitutional amendment ratifying a change, that is accepting the change in its maps that include Lipu Lake, Kalapani, Limpiadhura territories that India controls, it marks a decidedly new phase in India-Nepal ties. Now, right now, because of the Kalapani dispute, right, territorial dispute, India and Nepal are undergoing whole lot of changes. Right now, what we need to do is we need to reverse the recent setback to ties because India and Nepal have been together since so long, and right now we cannot afford to strain our relationship with Nepal, right? So it is necessary right now that by communication, by dialogue mechanism, we need to resolve our issues. Very important news for prelims, Malabar gliding frog spotted at Pullad. Malabar gliding frog has been spotted in Kerala. Malabar gliding frog is a very rare amphibian that can glide up in the air. It can jump up in the air up to 10 to 12 meter, right? The frog is endemic. It is endemic, remember this, to rainforest of Western Ghats, means they are found in the rainforest in the Western Ghats. Clear? Next is India looks to deploy naval liaisons. India's decision to post Navy liaison officers with regional monitoring groups. India joined IOC, that is Indian Ocean Commission, as observer in March 2020. This you have to remember for prelims. We have the observer member in IOC. Okay? याद रखना इसको. What is IOC? It's a regional forum in Southwest Indian Ocean. It comprises of 5 regions or 5 nations: Comoros, France, Madagascar, Mauritius and Seychelles. Clear? China and European Union have been observers and India is also an observer. कितना clear हो गया? The detail of this news is that India is looking to post Navy liaison officers at Regional Maritime Information Fusion Center in Madagascar. What is the aim? To monitor the maritime activity and to guarantee freedom of navigation in the Persian Gulf and Strait of Hormuz. So this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's class. If you really enjoyed it, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon to never miss an update, and also for the class PDFs, you can join my Telegram channel, Simplifying UPSC with Ease. Thank you and have a great day ahead.